But the one thing you always worry about, the rust factor. And I had a coach say to me one time, when you have that open week, you often think about scrimmaging so you're ready to go the next week, but you know you can't. So you cross your fingers and hope your guys are ready to roll.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. Well, that's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Rodgers on the money to the tight end Graham. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A well-executed 22-yard gain. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Caught by Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Rodgers going to throw. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Rodgers now going to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete. Again, he was looking for Devontae Adams, and now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's complete to Graham. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check.
To throw is Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Ryan. He's got Sanu. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here. On first down, it's Freeman. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
On second down, Freeman. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. Touchdown, Falcons. Austin Hooper. 37 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's Rodgers to throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, it's Jones. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Ryan to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Ryan now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Ryan. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. 2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Man open. That's Calvin Ridley. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 30.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Darnell Savage. To the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And that makes it 14-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Matt Ryan and the Falcon offense set to get going again. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a
ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw is Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Ryan Grant, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Working from the gun, Rodgers. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Rodgers again now. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Grady Jarrett in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Right here, right here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. This complete to Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Ryan. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. He's got to be feeling pretty good. Playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And taken right at the 35. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He's looking for Ridley again, and that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. We now proceed to the start of the second half. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This fielded at the 2. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Preston Smith there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Freeman, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. Tremont Williams there to break that one up. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah, after that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Ryan. He completes it to Jones. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked into the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Stocker's got it, complete. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. They'll run on first down. Freeman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On the counter, it's Smith. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They got a nice little drive brewing right here.
25.
Here we go now with Smith. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Try to punch it in with Smith. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action since you ran it twice.
This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Again, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 16. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On first down, it's Freeman. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll keep it on the ground. Freeman, he'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
You know, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And it's incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Rodgers to throw again. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw, it's Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
There's a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Complete. This is Lewis. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. He'll get it up the middle. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. punching it in from a yard away. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with an extra point.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Ryan now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. On 2nd and goal, here's an option play. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his 2nd TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time is a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. And Adams has it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
All right, they picked up yardage, but they've got to get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it. They've got one timeout left, want to save it.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.